here, make no mistake about it. Ian Sudan Hulas at Toulouse have worked wonders. So John Bennison will get us underway. Williams with the first touch of the ball. Thomas met by three York defenders, Martin and Val leading the charge. Interesting that Warrington have the best completion rate, would you believe, in the whole of Super League. So 81%. I'll be hoping that continues tonight. Big crowd, loud crowd, vociferous crowd, especially in the stand beneath us here on the gantry at the Halliwell Jones. Here is Walker, dangerous from dummy half. Thewlis, dangerous all over the field. Will have to take the tackle, make sure that there's no penalty for obstruction. On the last, and it's Irwin under pressure from McShane, does well to get that kick away, and well taken by Mark Applegarth, but a decent opening set for Warrington, just to settle the nerves a little.
James away,
yeah, it sure was. And you can see the York defence coming in numbers, but Danny Walker in and about already, just trying to have a look, keeping his eyes up, ever present this year. He'll be showing his leadership. Absolutely no doubt his name is on that England extended squad.
Yeah, absolutely. If Williams is fit, Williams plays in the World Cup, Williams will be the captain. Here is Ngannou, played for much of the season in the halves. Bentley there coming in from the side. Ngannou wasn't impressed, but this man has been impressive. Xavier Var, only 22 years of age. You can see how quickly Warrington were up in his face. Walker and Bentley in particular, they recognised the danger. Hunter on the last. Testing kick, and it's taken well. Opportunity for Bennison, going for the corner, inside for McShane! And McShane will give York a stunning lead. The kick from Hunter, and it was knocked back superbly by Sam Wood. No trouble at all. Bennison with the inside pass, and McShane stuns Warrington in 2 minutes.
Well, it's all come from nowhere, really, hasn't it? And if we get another look at this replay, as the ball came down from a great height, it was certainly on in and amongst it, but the veteran, Paul McShane, well, you turn up, the assessment, the awareness, as we can see here, plenty of bodies in the screen, just seem to come down absolutely empty-handed. Ashton has played so many games at fullback, shifts back out to the wing, and a little tip back inside for the veteran, the first of his season. And does it get any better inside 2 minutes at Halliwell Jones?
Yeah, John Bennison does really well. He was aware, wasn't he? As you can see, heading for the corner, realised he couldn't get there, but he knew he'd have support, and he did have support. For the 36-year-old Paul McShane, he seems to have been around for years in Super League. That's because he has been around for years, but my, what a good player he is. Bennison, 14 points last week for York, 14 points the week before in the win against Saints. Scored all 14 points at Lee last week. John Bennison then, a couple of yards in from touch on that right-hand side. What a start for York. Just fades across the post.
Good start, George.
Not a bad effort though from John Bennison. Not a bad effort from York. First attack, first signs of danger, first try.
Well, 4 points to the scoreboard in 4 minutes, and we know, rewind back to March, it was the Wolves as the away team that got out to an absolute flyer and put 18 on in a short space of time. Well, York, they've returned the favour and they've showed up to play.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a cracking game, by the way. York came back to within a couple of points. Warrington winning that by 8, 38-30. It was a really, really good game.
Two away now!
You know with York, they come to play. That was Martin. And now they'll try and run this way with Nikhil Williams.
Hell out! Release now! Hold.
Lindop was in there. Here is Nofaluma, runs into Harrison. Young Inman at hooker, played a dozen games now on the spin. Tom Inman, been a revelation, really has, the young hooker. Under pressure, the kick goes out. It's taken by Bennison, would you believe? Slice of luck, chip forward by Bennison. And Williams just pounces on it there. Well, bit of luck, first of all, for Warrington with the kick from Hunter, but Bennison did really well. And just for a moment, it went silent again at the Halliwell Jones. They thought there could be another York try.
Well, they've certainly come out of it better than they expected, and there's enormous kick pressure there. You know, Walker, but eyes up, took advantage of it. A little bit of an appeal there. Was he held back? Instead, they'll play the ball forth on the 40.
Last one. Irwin under pressure. Evades the pressure of Inman, gets the kick away. Is it a good kick, or will Nofaluma just let it run behind? And it bounces behind. And it will be a 7-tackle set for York on their own 20. But if Warrington weren't too sure before the game, well, Sam Burgess and his coaching crew now know they are in a game. York have come to play.
Well, I think every team knows that with this York side this year. To be fair, most of the newly promoted teams, we know how tense that game was over earlier in the year, LNER. So we see York Knights just roll up their sleeves, see if they can take advantage of this 7-tackle set, get themselves in good territory.
There is Martin, real workhorse. Well, I mention it every week because it's worth mentioning. The promoted teams have won 20 games this season. Bradford, Toulouse and York, and that is an astonishing return, considering they only had 7 or 8 weeks to put a squad together. Here is McShane. Kingano looking for a way through, looking to offload. Wrapped up by Thomas. And here is Hunter again. That's another dangerous high hanging kick towards Matthew Ashton. I think Paul McShane there was just apologising to Matthew Ashton. Just wasn't able to put the brakes on. Taken in the air, penalty to Warrington.
Yeah, those brakes, they start to fail as we get hold of those knees, but don't you just love the intensity? And to be fair, he's probably gotten away with one not showing an intent to wrap with those arms, but he's out there to have a presence.
We've hardly seen Warrington, we haven't, with ball in hand and in attacking position. Such has been the dominance, 58% possession for York. Here is Thomas, just inside the York half of the field. 8 minutes gone, 4-0 York deservedly in front. But what can the Wolves do here with Irwin? Danger signals now. Brilliant pass from Williams on that far side. King goes down. Plays it towards Hewlett. Hewlett always dangerous from here. Fabulous try. Josh Hewlett only needs a second. Only needs a yard of space. He got a second. He got a yard. He got a brilliant solo try. First time Warrington threatened. Hewlett comes up with 4. That was classic for Josh Hewlett.
Well, it's been the unconventional and the broken moments in the game that have led to points so far. And the home team, after getting a shock and a little bit of a punch in the face, just have a look at this here. Ball goes to ground. Not really sure who it was intended for, but Foulis, he jumps on the back of it. The awareness just to catch that ball and bang, step off that right foot. The synchronisation of that. So you have a look here. Just makes the defence look silly and then takes on the fullback and puts himself back on the scorecard after such a significant period out for him. Also 2 tries back in March. Will he get another tonight?
No problem at all. The boot of Ewan Irwin, so 6 points to 4 it is, but that's what he can do. That's what he can do. Well, missed a few games through injury, but Give him an opportunity, and he will take it. Real talent, Josh Thewlis. So 6 points to 4. All of a sudden, we were talking about the dominance of York, and that they only needed one chance, one opportunity, and they're in front.
And this is exactly what they've done at home this year. It's been such a turbulent year for the Wolves and the injuries that they've sustained, but the youth and the youngsters and the opportunities across the squad, that's exactly why this home crowd keeps rolling in week on week.
Thomas on the charge, runs into
No!
Hingano. That's a VAR.
Good line, well done.
It's been interesting watching this York team line up a couple of times there. Just markers as we see right now on cue. Walker, he's looking, scheming.
There is Harrison now.
Four at the ruck back. Hold.
Looks like some game at Headingley. There we go, 6 apiece between Leeds and Lee. 6-4 here at the Halliwell Jones in favour of the home side. Nofaluba will play it. Here is Nick Williams, sort of adapted to a centre role. Initially brought in as a halfback, Nick Williams. Benison, grand final winner. 4 years ago, John Benison for St Helens against Leeds, scored a try at Old Trafford as well. Re-establishing himself and grabbing his new opportunity in Super League. Hingano plays it ever so slowly. Here is Matarafa just inside his own half of the field. Last one, so inevitably it'll go back to Cody Hunter. Will bring Matty Ashton into play. We've seen him score many tries from that position over his career.
Well, brilliant last week. Over 200 metres for him, and played so many versatile roles there across the back line for Sam Burgess.
Here's Curry. Williams again. Sam Stone with a lot of work. He's been out for a while, 3 months. They're all coming back for Warrington, it seems, just at the right time. Midway inside the York half, last tackle. And Williams will look to put Matarafa under pressure, but there is no pressure on the captain.
Look up now, find the floor.
Integral part in what York have done this year. Here is Sam Wood. The good news in recent weeks, or the last 10 days or so, that new investments and new owners coming into the York Knights, new opportunities, the big name players coming in next year, notably for now McInnes from the Cronulla Sharks, and more to come. They have big ambitions, the York Knights, in Super League, not just here to make up the numbers. Martin, ever present, he is the workhorse. Hunter will again aim for Matty Ashton. Just getting his bearings, takes it a yard or two from his own try line. Reminding you, if Warrington win by 16 or more, they will go above Wakefield into third place on points difference. Of course, Wakefield at home to St Helens on Saturday, and a penalty given away by VAR. But to play the ball, just hanging on in there a little too. They've done too much there at Xavier VAR, but it's the thing that Mark Applegarth has been really trying to drill into his team. Discipline, not to give away silly penalties, and having pinned Warrington back, they give away a penalty.
And you can sort of see it coming the last couple of sets. So the fatigue factor starting to enter as we see it through the middles here.
Yeah, Thomas was nearly away, wasn't he? Curry. Harrison. Well, their first attack inside the York 20, they came up with a try. Thewlis. Thomas trying to offload. Can they get another one here? 6 or 7 yards away from the York try line. A switch play now for Curry! Oh, it was intercepted. Field does really, really well. Otherwise, it was a pick-up and strolling there for Harrison. But Ollie Field saving the day for York.
Well, he sure has. because that set was just looking all too easy for the Wolves to roll downfield. As you see here, he's just eyed that up beautifully, read it perfectly, and this will certainly help.
Yeah, penalty. This time Warrington penalised at the play of the ball.
And after,
Quickly, I've got to say, Courtney, quickly how things can change. From defending and nearly conceding a try. Bentley just taking too long. So now York in a good position. 15 minutes gone, it's flown by. 6-4 Warrington in front. Hudson with the dummy. It was well read. Bentley with the ankle tap that concedes a penalty. Bentley was in there.
Be careful, James, that's 2.
And so was Irwin. Penalty to York. Not square at marker.
yeah, you can just see here, it's a great run there. Gets his nose through the line. And hands on the back as he tried to get up for a quick play of the ball. As you said, things can change so quickly. It looked like points were on offer only moments ago.
Well, there were 2 points on offer. An easy kick that would have been for Benison. But York turning it down. They want 4. Paul Vaughan. They know all about him here. There's the offload, the familiar offload. Matarafa, field now. Scored 2 tries a couple of weeks ago with that stunning win against St Helens. Hingano, they go to the right-hand side. Jesse D, good tackle from Williams. Sam Stone in there to help. McShane and Vaughan, 4 years he played here. Fantastic servant.
Hold! Release line! Hold! Hold!
Now then, what can McShane do? Hunter, Matarafa, ball bounces awkwardly, and it was a knock-on by Nofaluma. Hindsight's a great thing, it really is. But 2 points were on offer, and what could have been a tight game. They decided against it, and the gamble failed.
Yeah, and this early in the game, they're after points. They don't just want to square it up. As we see a little bit of a tussle there. James Bentley, we know how passionate he is. Always teetering on the line as we see the coaching staff of York just scratching their heads. Let go of potentially a repeat set. Just the chance to build that extra pressure, which we constantly hear Mark Applegarth.
Would you have taken the 2?
I probably would have, you know. You saw there the edge defence of the Wolves. You know, a couple of those players been out for a number of weeks, but just goes to show what they're doing in training, the connection that remains.
So 6-4, it does remain in Warrington's favour. Here is Hopewati. He switched between wing and centre. Smooth transition throughout the season, Albert Hopewati. Got to work in the first 20 minutes from young Luke Thomas. Ball goes to ground. Knock on from James Harrison. It was a cruncher though from Jack Martin. Really underrated player, Martin, the Australian, picked up from Queensland Cup like so many players this year, but he and Jesse D with an absolute huge tackle of Harrison.
Massive tackle in the context of the game. They just let a moment slide. Only 10 metres out. And they get the ball back. So we know this Warrington Wolves team, if they get a chance down in good ball, no doubt going to put points on this evening. But a brilliant shot, great initial contact. Great decision up in the face.
What a 5 weeks it's going to be. That race for the top 6, the race for the top 4, the race for the top 2, the battle for the league leaders' shield. 5 weeks to decide who finishes where, and then the playoffs begin. Here is Nick Williams. Inman again. Vaughan. Before the game, he spent a good 5 or 10 minutes catching up with his former teammates, Paul Vaughan. Great servant here he was. Very, very popular. No one begrudged him the opportunity to have 2 years to end his career at York. Last one for the Knights. 20 yards out. Hingano, they're running it at the moment. Hunter, chase on towards the line, and Benison will win it! Fatal hesitation from Hewlett and Ashton, and John Benison gets yet another try. Beautifully worked from Hunter, and Benison racing through, and he gets another 14 points in each of the last 2 weeks, and a 9th try already. York back in front.
Well, what a period this young man is having. What an arrival at York for him. As we see here, halves connecting and a lovely kick. Just puts winger and fullback in two minds. And it's Thulis. Just goes for the swipe. Comes up with an air swing. And Benison just positions himself perfectly. And here we were questioning that they didn't take the 2 points a couple of minutes ago.
Just goes to show, doesn't it? What a rich vein of form he is in. 9 tries in 12 games for John Benison. He scored a hat-trick against Lee in defeat last week. The week before, in victory over his former club St Helens, he scored a try and 5 goals. So that's 32 points from John Benison in what? 2 games and 20 minutes. Quite a return. He'd love to have the extras here just to extend the lead. What can he do? Oh, it's a good one. It's a very, very good one. And John Benison just can't stop scoring. And York, you have to say, deservedly in front.
Well, they've come to shock, haven't they, the away team? As we can see here, some great skill on show, lovely shape. And all evening they've tested this side. Well, that left defensive edge of Warrington. A lot of high ball kicks going out that way. Obviously chasing Benison and the target threat that he is out on an edge.
It's worth also mentioning Cody Hunter, who, let's be honest, no one had really heard too much of before this season. He was at Newcastle. Graham Steadman, of course, and Chris Thorman heavily involved at Newcastle. They recommended Cody Hunter as York get a penalty, Warrington all offside. He joined from Newcastle and he has been fantastic.
Just goes to show, doesn't it, sometimes opportunity and what it does. As we see here, penalty given away. Next play, George Williams just jumped out of the line a little too quick, and again York straight in the good ball.
Martin.
Then now, get back, Sam. Hold.
The influence of Hunter, the finishing of Benison. What have they got to offer now? Huge hit by Vaughan on Bentley. Oh, what a hit that was. Bentley comes back for more. We'll watch that battle as this game develops. Hunter now. Brought down by Irwin. Williams goes into dummy half. Have York got more points in them? Leading by 10 points to 6.
Back middle back. Get back, Josh.
18 yards away from the Warrington line. Inman, again they'll run it to that right-hand side. Quick hands! Matarafa looking for a way through. It was D with a lovely pass. Last one in this set. Benison, nowhere to go. John Benison, and in the end, had to take the tackle. Well, that wasn't the best end to the set, but I suppose the one consolation for York, Warrington will get the ball 10 yards away from their own line.
Well, again, we can see that left defensive edge of the Wolves just targeted. As we come up against some brilliant games over the weekend.
The Warrington fans trying to get the referee to give them a penalty for offside there as Walker came through. Here he is, the ultimate impact player off the bench, Toff Sibley. Williams now finds Bentley. Bentley tried to offload but can't, wrapped up by Hunter and by Field. On the last, Irwin Gets the kick away. Nofaluma will watch it. Takes it really well. Hopewasi was in there. So was Lindop. But David Nofaluma takes it well. Nico Williams will run it out. 25 minutes gone. And Warrington have their hands full. York leading 10-6.
Danny up now.
Warrington there, just with a nice controlled set through the kick of Irwin there to finish, and well done. Hopewasi just holds his timing of impact, knows that he can't give away another penalty, which has seen York just track down the field so easily this evening.
Outside.
Irwin it is who will kick straight into the gut of Hopewasi.
Pull up now, white line. Oh, no.
Turns the ball beautifully, so strong. It's Hopewasi. Great game for him last week. Unlucky not to get two.
Yeah.
6 again, slow. Count 2 in a row.
Ashton slips, runs into his former teammate. Paul Hall. Crowther on off the bench for Warrington. Jordan Thompson is on as well for York. Here is Sibley. He does that so often. Offload for Hewlett now. We'll try and change direction. Thompson who made the tackle. Williams arrows the kick through. Oh, has he won the race? Is that a try? It may well be. Did he get the ball down? Well, he's crashed there into the advertising hoardings. Sam Stone with an absolute stormer. Fatal hesitation this time from Tawamata Afa, the Williams kick. Stone thinks he scored. He may have hurt himself in the process, but it could be an heroic, crucial try.
Well, I tell you what, this man was ferocious back in March. And has he got fingertips to this one? Initially, you thought that off the boot of George Williams might have been too heavy. But I tell you what, there is a reason the man has got up with confidence, and he'll take whatever the commercial board there has given him, because he's just snagged another against York.
He definitely got hands to the ball. The only question is whether there was pressure on the ball as he put it down. Of course, every try now is checked in the background, isn't it, by the video referee. So Cameron Worsley will be having a look at this, but given as a try on the field by the referee, Tom Grant. Let's just have a look. He's done it. As far as I'm concerned, that's a try. That's brilliant from Stone. But the fullback, in those situations, you boot it into Rosette, don't you? When he was shadowing or trying to shadow the ball out at Tawamata Afa, but he waited and he paid the price. Sam Stone, back in the team after 3 months out, gets the try. 10-all.
Well, is it wonderful to see reward for those who miss out through injury for such long periods, and they come back hungry. So we see conversion attempt from out wide successful.
Irwin with the two, so the lead changes hands for a fourth time. 28 minutes gone, and it's Warrington who now lead by 12 points to 10. But he never gave it up, did he, Stone?
Well, you look at these two, Williams 15 games out, Stone 12 games out, and the hunger from them both. An ugly kick that just sits up perfectly, and the attitude from the second row up. Plays wherever he is needed for Sam Burgess.
Just it now, stay the
Horrible, isn't it?
Hold.
No, it could be a knock-on. It is. It's a knock-on by Sibley. He may be saying there was a hand in. I think there may well be a captain challenge here. Let's have a listen. Yeah, so Tom Grant is basically saying that we're going to have a look at this. Was there a knock on field? The captain challenge. Cameron Worsley will have a look. Was there a hand in there? Well, there's Sibley. Now, was there a hand in there?
I think it's as they get to their feet. There's absolutely a cheeky little hand. So we see here, just a couple more frames time. There it is there.
Yeah, I think there's definitely interference there. There was a hand in there, as you say, a cheeky hand in there, tried to get away with it. And the challenge will be successful. Straight away, you know, Sibley knew, didn't he? He knew it was D, I think, who got his hand in there. He's the one who's been penalised. Sometimes you get away with it, sometimes you don't. He didn't. 12-10, challenge successful, penalty to Warrington, 11 minutes to half-time.
Well, and we question sometimes the captain's challenge, don't we? But it is nice to see, as we see, a little bit of a lift in the tackle. Not above the horizontal play on, but the captain's challenge, we talk about it all year, but will it become important at the back end as we see Scoot out of the hooker position from Walker?
Captain challenge for me works, as long as it doesn't take three or 4 minutes to make the decision. They didn't then. Cameron Worsley saw it straight away. It was a penalty. There's some potentially bad news here for York. Not just that Nick Williams is getting gingerly to his feet. Their talisman off the bench, Paul Vaughan, the former Warrington star, of course, he has left the field for an HIA, head injury assessment for Paul Vaughan. That could be a big blow.
You just wonder for Paul Vaughan, was that the contact earlier with Bentley? Massive collision we saw. It did look a little bit quiet after that period, as we see York back in the game after again another coughed up ball from the Wolves.
10 minutes to half time, 2 points in it.
4
times the lead has changed. Here is VAR. Bentley in there with a tackle along with Crowder. It is Inman. They're trying to play it quickly. Hunter, kick towards Hopoate, under pressure, takes it well. Warrington are in a real battle here. York, by the way, with 55% possession, as Lindop tries to find a way through, runs into D and then runs into VAR.
Well, after they've absolutely jammed them inside 10 for a couple, just those mini moments, those markers don't quite get up, get to their feet, find themselves square, momentum starts to shift back to the Wolves.
Williams on the shoulder there of Walker. 4 months out, Walker with the kick. Well, has it got the direction? Has it got the distance? The answer to both is no. The ball rolls out over the dead ball line, so it'll be another 7 tackle set for the York Knights. Just 2 points in this. And York again showing their value, showing their worth. They, of course, did that on the opening night, didn't they? In Super League with that incredible victory over the champions. Hulkington Rovers all the way back in February. They've had some brilliant wins since, notably against St Helens a couple of weeks ago. Big game, of course, at Headingley in the race for the top 2 and the top 4. Lee now in front by 10 points to 8. A senior try in the corner, giving Lee the advantage there. 2 points in it at Headingley, 2 points in it here at the Halliwell Jones. Wood picks up the loose ball, brought down by Ashton. Came off a Warrington hand. We get a full set now inside the Warrington half. The impressive Benison. Thompson. Hunter does well. Williams with the dummy, and it was Lindop who made the tackle. Had to as well, otherwise Nick Williams was through. Lindop does even more work to bring down Nopaluma.
3.
Bomb off the bench. That came off McShane, but it went backwards. Play on.
Surrender!
Matarafa brought down.
Stand, get back! Hold!
More pressure from York. McShane feeds VAR. Runs into Bentley and Crowther.
Danny, back!
Bit of help
Josh,
coming in from
back!
Sibley down
Get
below.
Back! Jordan! Come on!
McShane again, and D getting no change out of George Williams. Huge hit from the Warrington captain, showing no signs of the neck injury which has sidelined him for so long. Talking to Sam Burgess yesterday, he said he's been wanting to play for 4 weeks, would you believe, George Williams?
Got to move back!
I'm surprised it's only 4 from George Williams. Coach Sam Burgess also saying he's sick of training. As players of that level, just want to get out there and compete. As we see a run pushing through post-contact meters, getting out the other side.
Great run from King. Now Irwin. Oh, Irwin! Sensational show and go from Irwin! Irwin! What a player he is going to be! He's a superstar in the making, and he scored a super individual try. Ewan Irwin, 18 years old. He is meant for superstardom, and that is why.
Well, as the lights they start to flicker, the cheerleaders are doing their thing, and the crowd are on their feet because this young man, he entertains. And what an absolute superstar, not of the future, but already of the present that the Wolves have on their hands.
Look at this, absolutely incredible. Saw a gap, show, go, dummy. He ain't going to stop him from there.
And it all just looks so smooth, doesn't it? Bentley on his outside hip, as we see here on the replay. Just take a little look at this. Gives it with the eyes, sums it up, weighs it up. And to be fair, just does it for a dinner on the fullback. So smooth, isn't he? And at 18 years of age, with 18 on his jersey, well, will we see 18 seasons out of this young man? I hope so.
Absolutely sensational. There's no doubt about it. He is going to be an England star of the future. Ewan Irwin. Can he make it 3 out of 3 with the boot to extend the Warrington lead? Just went to the left of the post, but they'll have to make do with 16 points to 10. But there's nothing make do about this try.
No, it's all skill, isn't it? Great vision, lovely support. James Bentley, he's been busy defensively, but that choice to just push up on the outside of his half, to just take a little bit of attention away from him. He really doesn't need much space on his opposite. And look at that. He doesn't even need to switch ball across to fend. He just does it too easy.
One thing you can say about Sam Burgess is that in the time he's been here, never ever has he been afraid to promote the youngsters. He was saying that Leon Hayes, who's been partnering Ewan Irwin in the halves for the past few weeks, was extremely unlucky to lose his place. If George Williams is fit, if George Williams has to play, but Ewan Irwin, well, he's got the world at his feet, the world of rugby league at his feet, and Danny Walker nearly goes through. Matarafa wrapping him up, but these are dangerous times for York in the closing stages. Is that a penalty? No. The referee, Tom Grant, saying that Irwin was trying to buy a penalty there by running into the York defender. No penalty given.
Stand up! Hold!
You can hear the crowd, they're certainly not happy. And after the young man, he scored some points, gets a bit of attention. We see the Wolves with only a couple minutes left on the clock. They'd love another chance, another set to attack and extend. It's already a 6-point lead.
Move, red line!
You see there on the replay.
He ran into him.
Give 10 left.
Referee Tom Grant got that one absolutely spot on. Here's somebody else who scored a brilliant solo try in the first half.
One away, Jordan!
Fulis.
Hold.
Down by Field.
Well, wouldn't be surprised in the remaining minutes.
Hold,
Fulis, he's looked incredible in and around. Is this York? Middle pack start to tire. Walker gets busy. Fulis, he's been on his heels.
Go through quick in the rock.
Here is Toby King. And here is Fulis. Again Fulis, still going Fulis. Well, we'll be talking to Josh Fulis, or hearing from him at half-time, would you believe? He joined Jenna and John on the bench recently. That'll be worth listening to. And then York caught offside in front of the sticks on the stroke of half-time. Surely it's a give me 2 points this for you and Irwin.
Yeah, well, these are the moments with only 90 seconds on the clock. Not saying that 4 or 6 points is unlikely, but no doubt off the boot of this young man, it'll extend another 2 and make it at least 2 tries to their advantage at home.
These moments in games are always so important. They really are. I was watching a fantastic game from the NRL this morning, the top 2. Sydney Roosters against Penrith, and on the stroke of half-time, exactly the same thing happened. Sydney got a penalty, went to 8-0. They won the game 12-6. So these 2 points at this stage of the game, absolutely vital. He could probably kick this left-footed, but he'll settle for right-footed, and Warrington will settle for an 18-10 lead.
Well, we see Sam Burgess and his staff on screen there. Very much invested. They know it's only 40 minutes, 8 points in the lead. Sam takes a bit of a breath, making their next move, next decisions. You mentioned there the 2 points, just to extend the lead. It's not just the points. They also now get a chance to just deny this York team of any chance offensively with ball in hand.
Just saw that to Sam Burgess's right, Steve McNamara, assistant coach, of course. He will be in charge of Hull FC, won't he, next year? Hull FC against Castleford is live and exclusive on Sky Sports on Friday night. Good news for York as we go into the last minute of the half. Paul Vaughan has passed his head injury assessment. He will be back on as York give away another penalty, and they've still got 30 seconds here, Warrington, to do some damage. Let's see what they can do. Quick play the ball. Here is Irwin. Williams. Bentley looking to offload, and does, back to Williams, and Williams will put the chase on, but it's a little too heavy, that, for Albert Hopewati. The right idea with the seconds ticking away at the end of the first half, but just a little too heavy on the boot. So that, I think, will be that at the start, at the end, I should say, of this first half. It was a great start, wasn't it, for York, who went...
Harness there for the young supporter as we kick off into the second half. 8 points in favour of the home team.
What a big sign that is, though, for Super League, isn't it? I mean, he's going to do so much good for Hull, you'd expect, on and off the field, but he's a genuine NRL superstar. Yes, he'll be 38 by the time next season starts, but he still looked pretty good today, that's for sure, for the Roosters against Penrith.
Well, the letdown of the way he exited State of Origins really spurred him on. Took a little while at the Roosters to find his groove, but what a player. Spoke about Jared Warira-Hargraves. He pulled so many people into the stadiums. Well, watch this half-back when he enters in 27.
Yeah, absolutely. Last one then. Hunter under pressure. Gets the kick away, and that's a really good take. Make no mistake, that ball was swirling in the night sky. And Matty Ashton did really well to take that. Toby King, his last season at Warrington, what a player he has been. 200 games for Warrington and joining the London Broncos for 2027. There's a conundrum as well, isn't it? Will London be in Super League next year? So many questions to be answered. Here is Sibley. Still manages to beat a man, barging off VAR. And Irwin with a good kick and well taken by Mopaluna. We felt that up here. What a hit from Bentley.
Well, I tell you what, this man already sent Paul Vaughan in for a HIA earlier, and the shot that he put on him. And just have a look at this as the bomb goes to the night sky. Again, the timing and the connection, perfect.
The gantries only just stopped shuddering. That was a hit. That was a hit. Thompson, he was looking for a high shot there. Not given by the referee. Last one. Hunter, again, will test Matty Ashton, but under no pressure this time. The Warrington winger. Just a reminder, 16 points or more, a win for Warrington, they'll go third above Wakefield on points difference. Psychologically, that'll be so important. Wakefield playing Saints on Saturday.
And I think psychologically, you look at the run home, and for Warrington, the extra game to play with Hull KR.
Oh, brilliant, there it was, but the ball goes to ground. Well, the chance was there just for a little while. The play will come back, but if that ball sticks, that could have been a try.
Yeah, George Williams very busy this evening as he just wraps around, looks for that little offload there, just pushes it. And that's probably a talking point for the Wolves at half-time. A couple of just unforced errors in the way. They weren't able to finish sets as they started to enter really nice positions. Referee pulls it back.
It's worth having another look at this. Nofaluma. A brilliant hit, nothing wrong with it whatsoever. All fair and above board. I'm sure David Nofaluma may have a bruise in the morning.
Yeah, he might want some paracetamol this evening as his head hits the pillow, but lovely shot Bentley. He's so busy as we see him again involved. He's already up 34 tackles.
Well, listen, he gives away a lot of penalties, but he's built on aggression, and well, field was nearly clear there. But his game, Bentley, is built on being aggressive, just getting a fine balance, isn't it? And that's exactly what they're looking for here as Ashton races out of defence to wrap up Sam Wood. Nothing doing there. Here is VAR.
You just look at VAR here. We mentioned him in the snapshot. Such a hulk of a human through the middle, but constant numbers in and around him.
That's a good
slows
kick.
that play the ball. They've been brilliant, the Wolves, defensively on him.
Very quick to stop Xavier VAR. With a good kick that was from Hunter, well taken by Hopewati. First score you feel in this second half is going to be all important. Walker, always so good from dummy half. King with a run from dummy half. That's two really good plays from Warrington, covering 50 yards and gets them just up and above and over halfway. Williams. It was VAR who made the tackle. It was a big tackle as well. Another massive kick there from Irwin. The ball will bounce. It'll go out of play. So York are going to get the ball back around about 30 yards away from their own try line. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Warrington with that 8-point advantage.
Well, again, probably not the way they wanted to end the set, but still 57 metres made quite easily. And when George Williams is running like a forward in behind the play the ball, you know the ruck speed is certainly ticking along. It was just the kick there without the depth.
Good tackle from Lindop on his opposite number, Williams. Bentley again with the aggression. Luna driven back by Bentley and Irwin. Putting in a stint, isn't he, James Bentley?
He certainly instigated the enthusiasm as we see.
Well, they go for the 40-20 then. It was the right idea. Play taken to midway inside the Warrington half of the field, but with Warrington, you feel, are trying to pick the pace up at the play the ball, and that just takes the sting out of it, I think, for York.
Yeah, well, we saw it was even after 14 minutes in the first half that fatigue just started to set in, and we know how well they've competed against so many of the big clubs in 26, but those mini moments starting to emerge. Walker, Thulis, and the captain, Williams, back this evening, starting to just run rampage.
Well, a week ago, well, that came off McShane. It'll be play on. I think the first touch came there, I think, off McShane. That should be a Warrington ball. But yeah, a week ago, Max Wood, who's on the field, was playing for Hull FC in their win over St Helens on a short-term loan. And there you can see, little right hand for McShane, so it'll be a full set on halfway for Warrington.
Yeah, McShane there just making the decision. No, defending out on the edges is so incredibly hard. Does give his team just a moment to stop, breathe, reset, because this Wolves team, well, the revs are starting to go through the roof.
Williams picked up on the bounce by Thulis. Lose a good 10 or 15 yards there at the play the ball. Here is Hopewasi. Ever present. 12 Super League tries of Hopewasi. Simply, he just seems to bat people away, but in doing so, he lost the ball. It's another error, and the error count is creeping up here for Warrington. The question is, are they going to go for a captain challenge or not? Sibley is saying that the ball came out, but I think that they're not going to risk it on this occasion. May come in handy later on. Sibley was convinced it was ripped out. George Williams, the captain, not so.
Well, 5 errors to the Wolves this evening, and at least 3 of them through their forward pack. Just a couple of loose carries. Sibley has probably been almost perfect. So destructive in his post-contact meters, but just a slight blemish. And he's way too honest for his own good.
Field nowhere for him to go. Sibley and Crowther on halfway. Here is VAR. Does well. Closely watched, Xavier VAR. Denis Barnforth.
Stand now!
It's a little high, it's okay. It was Matty Foster who was brought down. Hunter with the kick downfield, and Thulis read it really well. Really good full-back play.
Positioned himself really nicely, even on the early kick, was in a position to just spot it, back himself and go. And you just have to wonder, kicking early, something that probably wasn't guaranteed, certainly not high reward.
Ashton looking for a way through, but another important tackle in and around the ruck by Xavier VAR. There's the quick play of the ball. Oh, and I think Stone has dropped it this time. Well, the referee is saying that he hasn't dropped it. This time he's ruling that it was knocked out. But York are not so sure here. They think that he's lost the ball. I think there's going to be a captain challenge. Well, there you go. Now we'll see whether it was a ball steal or not on Sam Stone. Let's have a look.
Well, if there was ever a time that they had to use their captain's challenge card, it was probably now, with the Wolves rolling at them. So we see 3 in the tackle. McShane involved.
There is a responsibility to keep holding, for the attacking player to keep hold of the ball, but does Paul McShane get too much on that ball and rip it out?
You can just see there that the left hand, there's genuine raking action. And we know with 2 or more in the tackle, McShane, well, again, he gave away before, trying to intercept, or got a hand on it. Now it's a strip.
It is going to be a strip. I think the challenge will be unsuccessful. Paul McShane was convinced that it was a loose carry, but this is going to be a penalty against York, and potentially some good field position again for Warrington. Tom Grant made the right call, backed up by the video ref. We played 10 minutes of the second half, and it's still the same as it was at half-time. 18-10 in favour of Warrington.
Well, neither team have been clean with regards to completion in the second half, just taking their time, working their way back in. But certainly the ruck speed, as we see George Williams take off across and get his forwards just going back direct to set up midfield.
Real good chance now, first real chance of the half for Warrington, but it's an offside decision against York. That's 3 penalties they've given away in the last few minutes. Can't afford to do that. No thought of even going for the 2 points. They want to extend their lead. Already it's a 2-point ball game. They're right in front of the sticks now. Sibley on the charge, and field it was with Barnforth who made the tackle, but Walker from dummy half, he spins, he goes, he scores, and that's the danger that Danny Walker will pose. Back-to-back penalties given away by York, and they pay the ultimate price as Walker gets a big score at the start of the second half, and Warrington extend their lead.
Well, in a year which has been turbulent for the Wolves, the casualty ward at times has been full. This man here, ever present every game, player of the match in only 60 minutes against the Bulls. The energy that he brings out of that hooker role, and it is there on display. He's been setting everyone up around him this evening, controlling that ruck speed, and when his personal opportunity presents itself, he just pushes the home team forward as the disco lights go off and the Wolves are dancing.
Ah, look at that. Right. The sunset in Warrington. But the sunset could be setting on York, because this conversion would make it a 3-score game. A beautiful sunset. We can see it from the gantry. And 2 more points from the boot of Ewan Irwin, and 24 points to 10 it is now. And already it's a long way back for York. As you mentioned in the first half, they will get even more weary as this game goes on. But that was just smart hooker's play from a smart and talented young man in Danny Walker.
Yeah, it sure is. It's got every element there, doesn't it? It's got deception, it's got footwork, it's got physicality to beat 3.
Yeah, Mark Applegarth has brought Jack Martin back on. You see Chris Thorman, what a player he was in his time. Chris Thorman, classy halfback, helping Mark Applegarth. But errors and penalties, certainly in this second half, have proved expensive. Here is King for Warrington. Warrington, by the way, won 9 of their 10 Super League games at home. The only defeat coming against Leeds. It was a thumping defeat as well, 34 points to 6, but that's a really good home record. The consensus is if you win most of your home games, you're not going to be far away when it comes to the business end of the season. But a knock-on. Another error from Warrington.
You see,
yeah, you've got to be a bit quick in that, mate.
Again, another
24
error.
points to 10. There is Paul Vaughan. He won't be coming back.
On the clock
Not
now,
feeling too well, we're told. He actually passed an HIA in the first half, but probably still feeling, well, he is still feeling a little groggy. 15 minutes gone in the second half, 24 points to 10. York without Paul Vaughan. Can they find a way back? Here is Martin.
Well, that's a huge loss for the travelling team. For York to lose such experience and impact through the middle, and they could use him to try and stem the flow of this.
Oh, it's picked up here by Irwin. The mistake. Irwin, they won't stop him. They won't stop him. He pounces on the error. And Ewan Irwin gets another brilliant try. And that will probably be that, as Warrington hunt down third place in the Super League table. The error from York, from Barnford. And Irwin makes no mistake. He goes 60 yards for his second try. And Warrington leads 28 points to 10.
Well, he's been so good this evening. He's been so good all year. What a standout year he's had. But he jumps into the action here at marker, and just have a look at that. Doesn't engage, holds his position at marker. First marker does the damage. He has the awareness and presence to pick up and go. And the young man, well, he's got vision, he's got skill. He's also got speed. And Benison tracking across from the other side. He's absolutely no chance.
Well, we talked about fatigue and errors and penalties, and York have given us the full set, haven't they, in this second half. And Warrington at the moment have their foot on the pedal.
Well, again, you just look at who was it that had the impact, and it's Bentley. He's been a pest this evening. He's played every minute.
Well, hang on a sec, this hasn't been confirmed yet. I think we're going to get a formal trial review here. At first look, there didn't seem to be too much wrong with this, but the video ref, Cameron Worsley, is going to have a look at this. Has Irwin got his second try or not? I disagree.
I'm with you, Stu. And it's from the reverse,
We
rear
think,
view.
yeah, you and I think that actually Bentley hit the
Thank you,
the arm,
I've made my decision.
and the arm actually forced the ball to go to ground. It was the video ref who made the call, but you and I initially thought that Bentley hit the arm, not the ball.
Well, for me, when you look at that vision from the rear, what I see is a play at the forearm that bounces down onto the ball in the hand. I think he's hard done by there, Bentley. He's been outstanding this evening. Irwin could have grabbed his second.
Well, the video ref thought that Bentley hadn't hit the ball. We thought that his hand hit the arm. But it's all about opinion, isn't it? Ours doesn't count, his does, and it remains 24 points to 10.
Well, he'll be disappointed. Bentley, Irwin, Sam Burgess, the coaching staff, but the scoreline as it is, 14 points up.
And they're going to set restart. Double whammy for Warrington. Blimey, if York score from this, then it really does turn out to be a big call. And
move now, get back!
They're trying.
Come on,
That's Field who goes through. Inman finds Martin right in front of that Warrington try line. First real chance of the second half here for York. Hingano with the space on this right-hand side. There may well be with Matarafa away from one, away from another. Eventually brought down by Wood and by workhorse Bentley. Inman now will try and go on his own. It was well read by Thewlis. Last one of this set. McShane, now it is with Hingano. Kicked through there by Hunter. The chase is on. And it was won by Hopewati. Does well. Great kick from Hunter. Well read by Hopewati. Goal line dropout.
Yeah, good rugby league all round, wasn't it? And the York Knights, well, they haven't had too many inside 20s in this second half. And this evening his grubbers have been on point, but Hopewati is too good, takes no risk, and invites a dropout from under the sticks and backs the defence.
Right now then, they go the short one. They go for the short one. Are they going to get their rewards? The ball is tapped backwards and York will come up with the ball. Well, they're thinking it may well have been a knock on there.
Well, I'd love another look at that because positioning sort of even offside.
Hingano all along the floor, picked up by Nofaluma. Offload there for Nico Williams, but he loses the ball. It's all academic. It doesn't matter anymore. The attack will come to nothing. Warrington, with 17 minutes gone in the second half, lead by 24 points to 10.
Well, if Mark Applegarth was frustrated against Lille, that emotion will continue this evening. Just as they win another 6 again, they give it away all way too easily. So we see a shift here.
Williams. He's certainly made his mark, hasn't he, George Williams? You know he's there. You know that he's going to marshal his troops around the field. Crowther on halfway. Williams once more. And Irwin with a big kick downfield. That may well bounce all the way out and does. Out of play. So it'll be a 7-tackle set once again for York on their own 20.
Well, Irwin's boot's just been way too big a couple of times tonight. Gives York another 7-tackle set. Haven't capitalised and hurt the Wolves too much on the back of it, but as we know, all halves, they pride themselves on those kicking game and getting the weight pitch perfect.
Garmo. Oh, brilliant play from Hunter. Has he got support here? Well, if he had support, they would have scored. That was a brilliant tackle. Thewlis denying a certain try. Terrific dummy from Hunter, but the danger not over yet. Here is Jesse D. Matarafa is the space on that left-hand side. Field can't offload. Lindop this time. The man who makes the difference for Warrington. Martin. Well, they've been forced to defend here, Warrington. So far, so good for Sam Burgess' side. Martin plays the ball. McShane now. Hunter finds Matarafa, and Nico Williams is going to be able to stay in play. They threw the dice, didn't they, wide out on that left-hand side. And Warrington's defence, terrific once again.
Well, the York Knights, they're starting to see a little bit of joy down that left-hand edge. And a beautiful break. And it was the brilliance of Thewlis And we heard just during the break his podcast on the bench, he's talked about the influence of Sam Burgess and the positivity, and what I loved, he spoke about changing the game positively with both ball in hand and making tackles. And if we could track that young man's meters across every tackle in that set, well, that's textbook for every little halfback out there.
Worth mentioning as well that they've got this another super talented young man to come back into the side when he's fully fit, and Kai Taylor-Ray. You know, so it's all, they all seem to be getting back to fitness at the right time of the season for Warrington.
And that's it, isn't it? The coaching staff across the Wolves will no doubt be pulling their hair out, but to manage it.
Charged down by Field. It was charged down, the kick from Irwin, and they're saying it's a charge down. They want the ball back, York. But look at this from Fewless. Try saver on Cody Hunter.
Yeah, it's moments like this. There's the kick deemed to be played at, but have a look on the break, positions himself, holds, makes a great tackle selection, just makes it happen. But look at the meters, gets himself back into position. Now this man is not match fit, his first game back, continues to track left to right, at the same time he's directing everybody around. Brilliant.
But here's Williams now, they get a set restart, they've got a great opportunity here. George Williams running hard, head down into space. Here is Toby King. Remember, they need to win by 16 points or more to go third in the Super League table. That disallowed try from Irwin means there's still work to do. That was Irwin's pass, it was a little wild, and they lose a good 20 metres there, but Hopewati does well to elude the first tackle.
Up now! Jordan, hold! Hold! Go through.
17 and a bit minutes to go. Harrison.
Hand release now, Jordan! Go for Tom! Good
Now they
Tom.
go to the right-hand side. Irwin with a little side step, well read this time.
Hold.
By Field. Williams with a little dig kick, and Wood will take it well, but the chasers are there as well. There's the value of George Williams. We haven't seen him do too much with the boot tonight because of his half-back partner, Ewan Irwin, but that was right on the money.
Well, you just see there, Wood leaves the field of play to take that ball. And Williams, he's run the ball beautifully this evening, but handed those kicking reins over to the youngster.
Well, I presume they've got to go short here. They've got to try and get the ball back, and they do through Hunter. But it was knocked on. It was Benison who went for the ball. So they're going to get the ball back.
Well, if we have a look here on the replay, they're short, and then there's kind of no man's land as we see Benison never really went up with any commitment. And the Wolves, well, instead of getting it 40 or 50 out off a depth goal line dropout, it'll be a scrum.
Yeah, so far though, don't forget, the only points we scored or seen scored in the second half came from Danny Walker and the boot of Irwin, just 6 points. Warrington and the Wolves hunting more as Lindop was nearly through. Good to see him back. The referee stopping play here.
For a moment there, it almost looked like it was a steal.
We're going to go tackle one here.
See referees combine.
Yeah, play on. Just play on, get on with it, and they will. Lindop with the break. And they'll just carry on. Tackle one plays it. Thomas.
Move back for
Another
line.
youngster with a bright future, Luke Thomas. Harrison twisting and turning, looking to offload. Good tackle by Inman. Crowther it is. Oh, it's intercepted by Hunter. Now, has he got the legs here to go the distance? Oh, it's been brought back. It's been brought back. Well, there's the frustration for York. Tom Grant saying that it's a penalty. York were offside. The whistle goes. Hunter is brought back. Total frustration.
Well, it was an absolutely incredible read to the blind eye, and you can see the frustration on his face as we have a look here. I tell you what, it's not by much, and that could have been the way back in.
That's another big call that possibly will have an influence on this game. Tom Grant had no doubts, though. Offside it was. Hunter denied. And the big question is, can York deny Warrington? Another try, and that would be that. Here is Wood. Right in front of the post. One more try would absolutely seal it. Come to this left-hand side now. Williams with a short pass inside for the charging Thewlis. Good tackle by Hingano. Harrison once more. Last tackle. Irwin will come to this right-hand side. Williams with a kick up, taken by Hopperwarty, and back for Lindorf! And that will be that. Brilliant Williams kick. Hopperwarty jumps, passes it back, and Aaron Lindorf will win the game for Warrington. The 20-year-old, 6 weeks out with a knee injury, but back in the team, back in business, and back in Warrington into third place in Super League.
Well, 14 minutes left remain, but it's all uphill. And I tell you what, if you're a York supporter at home, you're absolutely furious after what looked like a breakaway try. It was denied for being offside. And there the captain, he hasn't kicked a lot this evening, but look at the positioning, pinpoint perfect. Great work from Hopperwarty just to look back inside. And instead of a length of the field under the sticks to the York Knights, well, salt in the wounds. And the Wolves, here they are.
Now Lindop, first try of the season. Fine margins. Fine margins indeed. So right off the touchline, it is 28 points to 10. It is job done. And as it stands, it's third in Super League, at least for the next 48 hours. Warrington will go ahead of Wakefield. Irwin off the touchline, across the face of the post, so 28 points to 10. It is 12 minutes to go, but it was a big call. It was a big call. This is it, Courtney.
Enormous call. And have a look at the read. Was absolutely brilliant. And it was only by inches, if anything.
Over, wasn't he? But yeah. And then Williams. That was just really well done. It's a classic ABC try, isn't it?
Hold! Hold!
So, 12 minutes to go. As far as Warrington are concerned, it's been a real battle, make no mistake. Been a real tough battle as Bentley finds a way through.
Back.
But as it stands, this is how it stands. Warrington on points difference ahead of Wakefield, who play Saints on Saturday. That race for the top 4, the race for the top 2, the race for the top 6. Lee at the moment are ahead against Leeds and Headingley by 20 points to 16. So as it stands, they'll be 6 points clear of St Helens, and that top 6 is just about done and dusted. But what about who finishes where?
And that's so important, isn't it? especially for the Wolves, who have been incredible here at home. If they can secure home final, well, it makes them even more potent, doesn't it? And the belief that instills in a squad, unbelievable.
York are going to fall short, but not by too much. I think if you're brutally honest, 18-point swing in Warrington's favour probably doesn't reflect the game, does it? But they've taken their chances when they've come along.
They have. And I mean, we saw him earlier, someone like a Paul Vaughan, who a really positive impact. So we see Norfoluma take his time to get to his feet, but a kick away.
It's a brilliant kick. That's a brilliant kick downfield. That's McShane, I think, wasn't it? Fantastic 40-20, and that deserves the possession back. That was probably a 60-10, wasn't it? Brilliant kick downfield. And York, with 10 minutes to go, trailing by 18, will get it back, and there he is, McShane. Great kick from the veteran.
Surrender!
Hingano in front of the post.
Hold! Go on, good time,
Martin. And don't forget here, a York try means that Warrington won't go third in the table. McShane. Hunter for field.
3 away, James! Line, hold!
That's how close they are to the Warrington line. Inman finds McShane now, and D looking for a way through.
Far away, blind!
Gets past Williams, can't quite get past Toby King. Martin with the offload. Hingano. Oh, brilliant from Hunter. Hunter gets the ball out, and Nofaluma can't take it. Well, he did so well there, Cody Hunter, to elude the tackle. But then he let it all down, didn't he, with the pass?
Well, it was just the finish here. And between McShane and Hunter, well, those two, even individually, they've given themselves a chance this evening. Everything good has been in and around those two, but just unable to ice the cake and execute the pass. And on the back of that 40-20, you just thought for a moment if they could get 6 points on the board, would it make it interesting?
Ball now.
Well, when John Benison scored after 20 minutes, and that was the kick from the touchline, York led by 10 points to 6. They haven't scored since. Ashton.
3 away, Tom, get back! Hold, Tom, hold!
Ignited Super League. We have 15 minutes to go at Headingley, by the way. Lee in front by 20 points to 16
get back, Tom,
against the table-topping Leeds Rhinos. On the last. Here is King. Chips that forward. No pressure really, well taken by Matarafa, and this game now has an end of game feeling, doesn't it? Warrington know it's job done. York know that there is no way back.
Well, job done with regards to the 2 points, but we know how crucial the points difference for and against will be. And I tell you what, their run home is strong. They have beaten every single team they will come up against, including KR.
Yeah. Well, the last games, the run in.
5 max now, Jordan.
5 to go. Starting with Hull KR on Tuesday. They've got they've got a lot of winnable games, haven't they? Huddersfield at home, Hull away, Wakefield away. That could be all important in the race for the top 4. And they finish with a game here at the Halliwell Jones against Toulouse. That's what's to come. But what a game, what a massive game that's going to be. Live and exclusive on Tuesday night.
Stand now, let's
Hull KR against Warrington. York still looking for some points here with VAR.
3 James now! Back!
Inman. They'll run the short side. Hunter, get out a great game, Cody Hunter. Hingano switches the play with McShane. Is there an overlap here? Benison slips. I hope he's all right. It looks as if he was in a bit of pain there when he went down, John Benison, but thankfully he's okay. 5 minutes to go.
A couple of times this evening the surface has looked a little bit greasy. Benison ran out of room, but the defensive play on the Wolves' left edge just never panics. If we can get a look at the replay. So you look here, just goes to stop prop.
Looked like his legs have gone right underneath.
One, up now! Hold. Go one, good line.
Meandering towards the finish as it stands, enough for Warrington to go third. Another valiant effort.
3 out now, find me. Hold.
York, after an interesting first half, where they're already at 18 missed tackles, they've certainly tied it up in the second as we see a lovely shot. And great contact there.
D it was, Jesse D on Fewless. Ashton from dummy half. Williams was there supporting just in case on the last Fewless. Doesn't make touch. They're out on the full. York will get it back midway inside their own half of the field.
Well, the end to the set, as we see the staff look on as the final minutes wind down.
He won't be totally
look up now.
Pleased with everything he's seen, but at this stage of the season it's all about winning.
It's all about winning, and the positives this evening.
Nick Williams finds Nofaluma.
The big positives for Warrington are the players back. Thulis, George Williams back into the action. Stone, all positive influences here, and busy as we see McShane.
It wasn't the best of passes from Inman. Didn't leave McShane with much to do.
Is it the mark here? Yeah, we're going to go here. Yeah. Shot clock on. Let's go, lads. Pull up there.
3 minutes to go.
Let's go on the line, please.
To 10.
Back row tight, Tom. Don't leave this good.
It's going to be 10 out of 11 wins for Warrington at the Halliwell Jones.
Out!
Still to play Huddersfield and Toulouse here, reminding you with those away games that
Tom now!
At Hull KR and at Hull and at Wakefield. Is there going to be one final flourish for Warrington in the closing stage? Wood.
Now! Get back!
Crowder. Looks high on Irwin. I think it is going to be a high one. I don't really think there was any malice in that from Hingano.
I certainly know malice.
Loose arm.
Just the footwork of the young man catches him out there. And 28-10, you mentioned the magic number was 16, but that's for this round only. They want more. It's currently 18. They'll take 20. Just churn that clock out.
The sidestep bamboozled Hingano, hence flailing arm.
He's contributed both 4 points, conversions and penalty goal already to his name this evening, and with the England captain back by your side after 15 games, he certainly hasn't said over to you, skipper. He's continued his form.
And Irwin puts over another 2 points, 30 points to 10 in Warrington's favour as we go into the last minute.
You can see there the fans, coaching staff happy. Fans also enjoying the home games and the entertainment that's been on show. And optimistic for the remainder of 26. Will it be
Knock on York. 0 coming. 0!
Warrington are going to be in the playoffs. We know that. Where are they going to be at the end of the season? Ashton! Oh, he's still going! Ashton, superb arrowing run from Matty Ashton. Just over a minute to go. Is there another try in this game for Warrington? Here is Irwin. Curry.
Helen, release! Back! Go, one, well.
Irwin once more. Willing runner with Thomas, but it was a knock-on. Won't do any damage really into the last minute. It literally is just a case of job done, isn't it?
Absolutely, it's job done. 2 points, but we know that they've got 5, 6 games remaining, and every point pushes them towards a home final and a healthy roster and 3 games on the bounce, 5-day turnarounds. Take some management.
20 points to 16 with 6 minutes to go at Headingley. Big finish in store there. But here, it is going to finish. It is going to finish by 34.